All right. Well, thanks everybody for taking the time. Thank you, acu-connect, and everybody that has joined today. My name is Kristin Schneider. I'm the partner manager here at Vertex that handles Acumatica. And my counterpart, Jonathan, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Jonathan Morgan, the Acumatica channel sales manager, based here in Las Vegas. So looking forward to seeing everyone at Acumatica Summit next year. So hopefully the weather will be a little bit more cooperative because we've had the monsoons, but January should be great for everyone.
Absolutely. And we want to keep this interactive. Any questions that you have, feel free to put them in the chat and we can get those at the end.
So a little bit about the agenda. What we're going to touch base on today is really why Vertex. Some of the tax compliance challenges, some of the benefits of automating your tax automation in Acumatica, as well as streamlining tax compliance with Acumatica. Some of the top industries that we'll touch on, and really what makes an ideal customer for Vertex and Acumatica in streamlining their tax compliance. Lastly, we'll cover key features, differentiators between, our tax solution and other tax solutions. And then, again, like Kristin said, we'll save some time at the end for Q&A.
Okay, so a lot of our industry leaders trust Vertex. A lot of 9 out of 10 industries in the tax, technology, and manufacturing, retail, all trust their business to Vertex. We have about 50% of the Fortune 500 today. We've had 40 plus years of global tax content. We've been in business 40 plus years. 30 plus countries are supported within our solution. And today we have about 4,500 customers and we're growing. So, yeah.
And then really, difficult, when people hear the word difficult, they think of, like, hey, it's hard. Well, tax is hard. I mean, you filing your own personal taxes, think of business taxes. A lot of businesses, do this manually. This could be 3 or 4 people, actually positions in a company, and then in multiple ERP systems. Maybe you're moving off, like we heard John Case speaking about this morning. Maybe you're moving off QuickBooks, or even coming off like a NetSuite system onto Acumatica. We're able to really correct this for audits. Because every business got audits. We're able to. The IRS just hired 89 new IRS agents, so they're not going to sit there and file papers. They're going after businesses as well. So this is another reason to keep tax compliance. And then as your company grows with Acumatica, you're expanding into new regions. EMA, the UK. So you have different countries have different tax laws. These change all the time. They change every month. So this is why it's difficult. So difficult is not just a bad word. It's actually a challenging word. So again, I'll move from difficult to complex. I used to live in California before I moved to Las Vegas, and jurisdictions cross everywhere. So LA has probably 40 different districts throughout Los Angeles County. So these rates and taxes change on a monthly basis, as well as in the first 6 months. You can see the statistic there. First month of 2021, we have 127 new changes. So it's really hard manually to keep up with this, as well as I mentioned, expanding into, the UK and stuff like that. There's new VAT changes going on every day. And then, the pressures, what pressures this puts on companies is really, more audits by the IRS, as well as, other. And then as you grow with Acumatica, you acquire new companies, and mergers and acquisitions. That's a huge tax complexity there.
So here's a quote we have from Glenn at Deloitte. A lot of times businesses don't even know what they're supposed to comply with. That's a recipe for disaster. A lot of companies don't even know, what jurisdictions they're collecting tax in, and our solution can help with that and make it easy for them, going from a manual process into an automated process.
And then adopting a tax engine. What does this mean for a company? You eliminate that, at least, that position in your company. Not necessarily eliminate, but you take some ease off that position in the company. your content's all updated at once. These are monthly updates. And then obviously we're built into Acumatica. So we have integration. We're actually on the price list. So we have accurate, correct calculations, as well as your ability to respond to audits as a company. That's really key and central, because that's, as a former business owner, the audits come, they're at least, once every 5 years. So if having that system being automated is key for, especially to support your business growth, expanding on Acumatica.
So the Vertex Tax Compliance solution for Acumatica, our solution is an all-in-one platform. You don't have to go to, a sales tax calculation platform, to a exemption certificate, back into sales tax calculation, to a returns. It's all in one. It's fully maintained, embedded, and certified by Acumatica. We're up to date to R2 2022. And our pricing is based on revenue and not per transaction. We have a lot of companies that love Vertex due to that. They have high transactions, and they're charged on a monthly basis if they go from 10,000 transactions to 50,000 back down to 15. So it fluctuates, but our pricing is one price. Our pricing is on the price book, like Jonathan mentioned. Easy quoting with a click of a button. If you're a customer or you're in need of a tax solution, your VAR can go in, quote the pricing, one click, and you can have Vertex. What our solution out of the box includes. So you get the sales tax calculation piece, signature ready returns at a click of a button, and you can maintain your exemptions within that solution as well. So some of the top industries and verticals we support currently, any industry that has a tax requirement, manufacturing, distribution, software, high tech. And we also, the regions that we support are North America only for Acumatica and sales tax only. Maybe on the roadmap, we're going to move into VAT or a use tax in the future. So what the ideal customer is for Vertex and Acumatica, like I said, any customer that's collecting sales tax today that remits into 5 or more states, if they're managing exemptions or submitting returns. If they're doing it through Excel, they're a great candidate for our solution today. So anybody that's doing a manual process and looking to automate. So some of the key features and differentiators, like I said, we're an embedded solution within the Acumatica product. You get unlimited tax calculation quotes and address validations included in that subscription. Exemption certificate management, you can have 5,000 exemptions or 1,000 exemption certificates. It's all stored and collected within that solution. Signature ready returns, which is wonderful. One click of a button and you have that return. And like I said, fixed free per year through Vertex. Some of the key differentiators that we have today, our solution is on the price book, and it is integrated, built, and maintained by Acumatica, which is wonderful. And the pricing, again, is based on revenue and not per transaction, which is huge. All-in-one solution, like I said, you don't have to click out of your sales tax determination to go into an exemption certificate manager. You can just have it all in one, and your signature ready returns is included in that. Within our solution too, you can go live within days, not weeks. So you say you want sales tax, you want Vertex, you can be up and running, get the solution within a few days. So here's a screenshot of Vertex on the Acumatica marketplace. It shows, a little description about us. You can request information, and you can contact us. So that would go to a Acumatica at Vertex Inc. mailbox. Myself and Jonathan maintain this mailbox. So any questions that you have, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to answer those, talk to you about, our solution and how we can help your customers, or if you're a customer looking for sales tax, we are here to help. And on the right-hand side, it shows, our badges that were fulfilled by Acumatica. We're natively built, we're always current, and all the solutions that we currently, all the different R2, R1, all the different versions that were currently supported through Acumatica. So here's a quote here from Acumatica. Our Vertex indirect tax solution, which is tightly integrated with Acumatica, provides accurate, consistent, and current tax calculations across our sales transactions, which we are fully embedded within the solution, and Vertex runs basically in the background of Acumatica.
Yeah, and really quickly want to touch base real quick on our product mapping. So our product mapping actually has a huge, we have a huge database of different products and services. So we're able to take a customer's service or product and actually map it to the correct tax code. So when these changes happen on a monthly basis, we're able to update the products or services and, eliminating that manual entry. So, our product library is probably the most extensive on the market out there. So definitely want to evaluate, your customers are looking at Acumatica or you're evaluating a tax solution. Definitely you want to definitely entertain Vertex's solution. So, and then also, like Kristin mentioned, also embedded is our exemption certificate manager. So we have customers like nonprofits that are exempt from sales tax. You're able to, if you're selling to a nonprofit or, have those exempt customers, we actually have that exemption certificate management built into the system. So there's no, you don't have to leave your tax solution to log into another exemption certificate manager, to manage. So we actually built that into the, built that into our sales tax engine. So with that, if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, or you can always, like Kristin said, you can always reach out to our inbox at acumatica.com as well.
Absolutely. And we'll be, we have a booth. So in the expo, myself and Jonathan will be there. Feel free to stop by. We'd love to talk to you about your customers, or if you are a customer and you have questions about, our solution, we're here to help, and we'll gladly answer any questions that you do have.
Yep. And we'll be at Summit, and look forward to seeing everyone at Summit as well. So.
I don't think I see any questions.
Well, if anyone has any questions, please stop by our booth, like Kristin said, and definitely look forward to speaking with you about a sales tax solution and how you can move forward with the Vertex.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.